Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about weekly transfer plan for game week 4. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. In this video, I have divided game week 4 transfer activity into 5 categories. They are essential, differential, sell, hold and ignore. Essential are those kind of player which have very high ownership, and if you don't have this kind of player they will hurt your rank. On the other hand, differential are those kind of player which have got very low ownership but they can help you to get the rank boost. Sell is the player are not performing now and you need to sell this player from your team, and hold is the player is not performing now but I think they have a great future ahead and that's why you should hold them. And ignore is the player is now performing well but I don't think they will perform in near future, so you should ignore this kind of player from your team. Now move on to the first essential player for game week 4, and it's Nikola Jackson from Chelsea. And if you look at Chelsea's fixture run, it looks fabulous. Nottingham Forest in game week 4, in game week 5 Bournemouth away, in game week 6 Aston Villa home, in game week 7 Fulham away. Looks so pretty for Nikola Jackson, and also Nikola Jackson is the main focal point for Chelsea attack. And if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.7, and which is quite convincing. But the one concerning thing about Nikola Jackson is that his finishing is not up to the mark. Despite of his bad finishing, I think he will score multiple attacking return because of this amazing run of fixer. So for game week 4, if you want to move a forward transfer, I think Nikola Jackson should be the one. Now move on to the second essential player for game week 4, and it's Madison. And if you want to go for a midfield transfer, I think Madison is the one you should go for, because if you look at his game week 4 and game week 5 fixture, it's Burnley away and Sheffield United home. He is the main man for Tottenham and he also taking the set pieces. He is the creative one for Tottenham. When Madison can get any attacking return, he will get the bonus point because he is the creative player for Tottenham. And if you look at Tottenham playing very well under their new manager Postecoglou, and if you look at Madison individual data, his expected goal per 90 is 0.46 and expected assist per 90 is 0.41, which is quite good. So that's why I think if you want to make a midfield transfer, I think for game week 4 Madison is the essential one. Now move on to the game week 4 first differential pick, and it's Odoi from Tottenham. I already tell that Tottenham got amazing fixer run, so you should target Tottenham. And if you look at Odoi in left back position, he played very well and he looks totally nailed, so you should go for him. And if you look at his point in last 3 match, he got 18 point in these 3 match. Tottenham maintained 2 clean sheet. This means Tottenham defensively look solid team under their new manager Postecoglou, and also Odoi playing so advanced that he get 1 assist in last match. And if you look at his point per match ratio is 6 and his goal involvement ratio is 0.41 for a defender is quite good. So that's why I think he's a very good differential one because his ownership is just 4.4%. Now move on to the second differential pick for game week 4, and it's Starling from Chelsea. I already told that Chelsea has a very good run of fixer, and if you look at Starling performance, his expected goal per 90 in last 3 match was 0.43 and expected assist per 90 is 0.23. And if you look at his last match against Luton, he scored 2 goal and also provide 1 assist. He played very well in this match and looks to be the most threatening player for Chelsea. So if you want to go for a midfield transfer, I think you should consider Starling also. And if you want to move double transfer in midfield, then Madison Starling duo can be a dream transfer for you. Now move on to the first sale for game week 4, and it's Gabriel from Arsenal, and he has got huge minute risks. He didn't start in last 3 matches, so I am not expecting him to starting soon, and that's why he is a sale, because he is a minute risk player and not favored by the manager. Though his fixture run looks mixed, but because of his minute risk, he is a straightforward sale. Now move on to the second sale, and it's Joe Pedro. In first match he scored 1 goal from penalty, but after that In last two match he was benched. Even Incaiso is now injured. Still, Joe Pedro is benched, so he is not favored by the manager De Zerbi because his off the ball movement is not good. So that's why you need to sell him because he is not favored by the manager. So this kind of player you need to get rid of from your team. Now move on to the first whole player for game week 4, and it's Eze from Crystal Palace. In last 3 match he disappointed his owner, just 7 point in 3 match. But if you look at his next fixture, it's Wolves home. Wolves defensively not look solid in this season, so I am expecting Eze to do well in this match. And also when Eze played against Wake team, he played very well because he is the creative player for Crystal Palace, also the penalty taker. He take all the set pieces for Crystal Palace. He's the talisman Crystal Palace. So I think against Wolves, Fulham home match, these two match I think Eze will perform very well, and that's why if you are a Eze owner, you should hold him for game week 4. But if you don't have Eze, you don't need to buy him because if you look at Eze's form is not totally good. Now move on to the second whole player for game week 4, and is Bruno Fernandes. A lot of FPL managers selling Bruno Fernandes, but if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.74 and expected assist per 90 is 0.72. And in last match Manchester United played very well, and in this match Bruno Fernandes scored 1 goal from penalty and also provide 1 assist. This means he is in great form, and also when there is a striker like Martial in center forward position, Bruno Fernandes played well. And also as now Mount is injured, this means Bruno Fernandes will play more advanced with Eriksen, and that's why I think you should hold Bruno Fernandes for your game week 4 team. Now move on to the first ignored player for game week 4, and it's Saliba from Arsenal. He is a nailed player for Arsenal, but I don't think you should go for Saliba now. If you have Saliba in your team, you should hold him, but if you are not a Arsenal defender owner, you don't need to buy them because their fixture run doesn't looks good, and I am not expecting clean sheet from Arsenal defender in game week 4 and game week 6 because Manchester United and Tottenham will obviously score goal. And also other thing about Saliba is that he is not attacking defender. His expected goal ratio is 0.05, so his return fully depend on clean sheet, so that's why he is an ignore for game week 4. Now move on to the second ignore player for game week 4, and it's Pedro Porro. And if you look at the other Tottenham fullback, it's Udogi who is totally nailed, but on the other hand Pedro Porro is not nailed. There is Emerson there, and also Pedro Porro's price is 0.4 million higher than Udogi, so you don't need to go for a rotation risk player by paying 0.5 million extra. And if you look at his goal ratio is 0.14, whereas Udogi got 0.41. This means Udogi is more attacking than Pedro Porro, so all data looks bad for Pedro Porro, and that's why I think you should ignore Pedro Porro. Now move on to the summary. The essential player for game week 4 is Jackson and Madison, and the differential player to get the rank boost is Udogi and Starling. You should sell Gabriel and Joe Pedro if you are these two player owner, and you should hold Eze and Fernandes for game week 4. And if you don't have Saliba or Pedro Porro, ignore this player for game week 4. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.